Konnichiwa, snitches. I'm B. This is Bro Takuza, and the time that we've all been waiting for is finally here. Ace Combat 7. There's been a lot of news and updates and disappointments along the way. Of course, we all know that the game is not entirely in VR. We just have a few missions. But I'm going to take a run through of the VR and flat modes to determine whether it is worth your while if you are here because of the VR part, if you were more interested in the VR part, whether it's still worth your while to purchase this game. So let's strap in and go. First, I feel it's important to give some context as to why Ace Combat 7 was such a hotly anticipated title. See, not too long ago, I can recall playing Eve Valkyrie and being shot out of the hangar for the very first time. It was probably one of the most exhilarating experiences in VR ever at that time. Then I remember having a Star Destroyer fly above me in the Rogue One VR mission from Star Wars Battlefront and absolutely having my breath taken away. But these were just little glimpses into what PSVR could offer in a flight combat game. So Ace Combat 7 was looked at to be the full realization of what we had only gotten a taste of before. Well, sad to say, but Ace Combat 7's VR mode is yet another small sample size, albeit the best one yet. From the moment I got ready to take off from the aircraft carrier, I already started to get goosebumps. The detail is beautiful, having moisture run off your windshield after flying through a cloud, a small but appreciated effect. The combat itself was fast-paced, and watching enemy fighters go up in flames just inches away after you take them down was pretty cool, and I was kind of taken aback by certain moments where I shot an enemy down at just the right time to see his plane explode up close. Nice. Unfortunately, as I'm sure you've heard before, just as soon as I could get into it, the experience was taken away. Ace Combat does offer free flight and flight show modes, but these really just feel like blow-off consolation modes, and I would have liked to have been able to trade these two in for at least one more VR mission. Of course, in a perfect world, I would like to see more VR missions offered as free DLC, emphasis on free, but I'm not holding my breath. Now for the flat version. It's simply a really good game. The controls feel great, the graphics are spectacular, and the dialogue is as cheesy as always. Speaking of which, a lot of people think that the Ace Combat series of games has really campy dialogue on purpose, and I think I have to disagree. After living in Japan for some time now, and seeing the quality of most TV shows and films here, part of me really believes that the developers think they're churning out Oscar-caliber content. Maybe it's just me. But it doesn't really do anything to hurt my experience with the game either way, so I have no problem with it. If you're an Ace Combat lifer or just really are into combat sims that had that real feel but still offer some arcade style fun, then I think you're going to love this game. But is the flat version enough to sway PSVR enthusiasts into plunking down $60 for an abbreviated VR mode? I don't know that it could, and honestly, I don't think that it should. What do I mean by that? Well, at first we thought we were getting a full game in VR, and the longer we waited, the more underwhelming AC7 was promising to be. Capcom was able to do it with Resident Evil 7 early in the PSVR's life, so I really can't see any excuse why this game was so half-assed the way that it was. And the fact that it's Bandai Namco makes it worse for me personally. The company has such a strong reputation for being anti-streaming, which is just an asinine business practice that it boggles my mind, such to the point that I really don't get excited about putting money in their pockets. But what hooked me was the offer of Ace Combat 5 in the pre-order, which I felt was a decent enough deal to justify the purchase this time, especially since I missed this one and it's lauded by many as being the best in the series. In terms of how I'd score the VR version, it's actually quite difficult. We didn't get much, but what we did get was amazing. At the same time, I can't help but judge the VR mode according to what it should be as opposed to what it is, because it could have been so much more, and there's really no reason that it isn't. So VR mode gets 3.5 little bros out of 5, really just because of the missed opportunity of what this could have been to the progression of PSVR. On the flat game side, I'll give it 4 little bros out of 5. It's lots of fun, and I can't wait to get in some more missions and then tackle Ace Combat 5. But VR kids, I have to say, wait for a discount. I can see this getting the half off treatment on a 4th of July sale. It's good fun, but $60? We've gotten way more for way less, so save your money. Well, I hope I was able to help you in your buying decision. If so, hit the like button. And I just want to say a big thanks to all the new subscribers and all the great encouraging comments. I read every single one, and I will continue to do my very best to make this channel worth your while. I'll be back very soon, but until then, sayonara, suckers.